Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I'm Andy Signor, and Marvel has finally announced their She-Hulk. That's right, the She-Hulk is the new Disney Plus series they announced way back and obviously has been delayed, as has everything Marvel. And now they finally announced who will be playing. It is Tatiana Malany from Orphan Black. Mark Ruffalo officially made it official, even though Deadline reported it first. But Tatiana will now be playing Jessica Walters, She-Hulk in the film. Look, I am curious about this show. I'll give it a shot, but I'm already a little hesitant because I don't like the writer involved, Dana Schwartz. I've seen a lot of her takes online against South Park and other things. Look, some people love her, some people don't. She just complains a lot to me for someone who has a lot of hot takes and then gets offended when people respond to her hot takes. And so I don't love that writing choice, to be perfectly honest. However, I do, from what I've seen of her work and acting, I've seen parts of Orphan Black. There's so much range. She won an Emmy for that series. It's an interesting cast for sure. However, a lot of fans are upset because they really wanted Allison Brie. Brie Larson, no. Allison Brie, I'm a big fan of. Allison Brie from Community, and she's now on Glow. I really like her. I've always liked her from those series. And she was up because Marvel had initially said they wanted an Allison Brie type. But she's, smaller and, expected, like, well, how does that work? Because how is she going to play both parts? Well, apparently they're going to figure something out because Tatiana she's very tiny as well. She's short. This makes me speculate that they are going to do some sort of CGI character, just like they do with Mark Ruffalo. They're going to have her be Jessica Walters as herself, I imagine, and then she can transform into that CGI version of She-Hulk. Again, speculation there, but they do, Deadline, as they report this story, does confirm that it is, they say, Walters is given emergency blood transfusion, gives from her cousin Bruce, gives Walters her powers, but unlike Bruce Banner, She-Hulk was able to keep her intelligence and personality when she hulked out. So again, that's what I guess that's how they describe it in the for the comics. So I guess Variety said that, and then they clearly wrote it wrong because they don't do great reporting always. But we don't know how they're going to do that in the comics. However, clearly, judging by the tweet and sort of Mark's previous comments saying that he would totally appear in this series, it's safe to assume he'll show up in this show. So look, I mean, fans are annoyed about Allison Brie not getting it, but then some fans are saying who cares because Tatiana's even better. But there's a lot of back and forth of fans sort of frustrated, saying, why'd you get our hopes up with saying Allison Brie? But then some people, come on, Allison Brie couldn't have pulled it off. I think that's unfair. I think they both could have pulled it off. Tatiana just had the opportunity to show more range, but so has Allison Brie. Her character in Community has shown tons of range, Scream, and doing tons of different little opportunities there. But this is the Allison Brie type they ultimately chose. And look, she's a popular character, actress. People know her from Orphan Black. And so this is going to be an interesting take. I'm willing to give it a shot. However, like I said, I'm still worried about the overall take. I don't like its writer. I don't have a problem if a writer wants to be vocal on Twitter. That's not my problem. I have a problem when then she complains about, oh my God, people won't let me just say what I want, and then just draws it out more and more and more. It's just that's what bothers me about Dana Schwartz, the writer of She-Hulk, which has bothered a lot of channels. And I didn't make hate videos about her because I don't know her, but I agree with some of the takes on there. It's just like, stop playing the victim. You're not a victim when you put out takes criticizing fan bases, and then you do it. It happens. Like I've been there. However, you got to be careful of it, and it's like they didn't. I called out specific fan bases when they were attacking me specifically, when I didn't even call them out. And then I called them out for attacking me, and I just blocked them. And I've stopped talking about that fan base because I don't want to keep engaging it. But it feels like all she wants to do is anybody who criticizes her, she complains as not trolls, but just he labels them all trolls, but just labels them as the enemy. And that's my problem with her. So you guys can look it up. I probably should have done more insight on her so you guys can know what I'm talking about. But let's stay on She-Hulk. I'm not that excited for this show. I'll be honest. I don't know. I don't know why. They say it's going to be like a procedural, right, where she's going to go do her law stuff, and so it could be funny. We've talked about this on previous episodes. Like, they were sort of the tone of sort of Ally McBeal, but with a Marvel movie and bigger action. And it could be interesting. It's definitely a different genre. However, it just seems silly the more and more I think about it. I know we talked about it with the Don. He says if it's based off of the sensational She-Hulk, It could be a lot of fun. This series, she's very like Deadpool-esque, and it's it pokes fun at stuff, and she can go in and out, and they make fun of the genre. If they were to go with that sort of style, he was getting me slightly more excited about it. However, it just feels weird. Why? Bruce Banner has a cousin now. Who's now going to become who's a lawyer? Who's going to become a Hulk lawyer? Really? I mean, they did it in the comics. Let's be fair. For me to sort of say that seems too silly is funny, given that it's actually in the comics. But yeah, I don't know. I liked Alison Brie's casting. I was excited. I'm willing to give Tatiana Malany a chance. They said, just so we know all the details, they tapped Kat Coro as the director, who did direct a bunch of cool stuff. I liked her credits. But she's now apparently from other sources saying, she's about to sign on. It's not confirmed, but everyone's sort of just jumping to say it's confirmed. But she's now the choice from Orphan Black to play the role in Disney Plus's She-Hulk. Deadline broke on Tuesday that Koyoro, I don't know how to say that, would direct several episodes, including the pilot for the series, and now the show has its actress for the highly coveted role. Marvel didn't immediately return call for comment. Rick and Morty writer Jessica Gao has already been tapped to lead the writer's room. Well, that's encouraging. So therefore, maybe they did take the notes from the fans getting frustrated with Dana Schwartz and said, yeah, thanks for the writing, Dana. Now shut up. Because even if you go to Dana's Twitter byline, it used to say writer for She-Hulk, and now she's not. It doesn't mention it. And she's sort of like, yeah, I wrote for it. So maybe we can all breathe a sigh of relief and say, okay, they did get rid of her. Because, look, I'm not trying to cancel anybody, but she's very vocal about who people should hire and don't hire them and cancel this and cancel that, and then gets complaints when people complain, dude, chill out. So she's a very polarizing writer out there on the social media. And I don't like her takes. And so I worried knowing her takes, I worried the tone of the show might suffer. But given that we have some new people in charge, I'm open to check it out. There's rumors also that WandaVision will start this fall. Because they did a new Disney Plus promo, and so that's the next one on deck. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to be first, but they didn't get to finish the reshoots. I had heard rumors they were going to sort of split the seasons up, but then apparently that didn't happen either. So we're still waiting to see when all these will come. They're going to start suddenly having them all right at the same time. Moon Knight's also on deck. Casting should be announced soon. Both of those shows are supposed to go into production early next year. So fingers crossed we'll get some more news about who's playing Moon Knight next. But yeah, this is one of many shows that Disney Plus has on deck. Malany also becomes the latest female talent to lead a Marvel project, following the footsteps of Brie Larson and Scarlett Johansson in Black Widow. Marvel head Kevin Feige has made it his mission to diversify the MCU, and this latest addition to the universe does just that. Best known for Emmy-winning role in Orphan Black, Malany comes off her also HBO's Perry Mason, which I haven't seen, opposite Matthew Rhys. On the film side, she's been seen in Lionsgate's Stronger and Destroyer. She appeared on Broadway opposite Bryan Cranston in Network. Look, she's a good actress. I got no beef with her. I'm curious how they're going to convey this, because she is a hulking character, right? And she's a smaller framed, tinier actress. So it makes me wonder if she's going to do that and then can just on a like Ant-Man almost in a way do it. We shall see. So stay tuned. More will come, I'm sure, as we get a more and more of a taste of this series. But what do you guys think? Does this excite you? Or are you still worried about it based off of the other writers and people I've mentioned? Or did you not know anything about it and you're like, you know what? I want to give this one a shot. Or are you like some of these fans on Twitter who are mad because it's not Allison Brie? Tell me all your thoughts down below. Hit me up on social media as always, anytime. And join us tonight. It's Thursday for Nerd Wars. Coming to you live at 9 p.m. We'll be chatting about this and so much other topics throughout the week and taking your comments and your calls. So join us live every Thursday for Nerd Wars. Thanks so much for watching here on Popcorn Planet.